So this is video 1 of the walking and talking series. Today is a lovely day today, and we will be doing the short walk, which the clue is in the title really. It's a short walk that ends up by the village shop. It's not a bad day today. It's nice and sunny and people are mowing their lawns and doing summery stuff. As it gets closer to that kind of month, my hay fever might start. So I hope we don't concur that today. There's usually sheep in this field, but there isn't today. They're in the other field, which I will pan to in a minute. Yeah. I do not know the time. I woke up at 9, didn't leave at 9, but you know. Oh, there's a person, brilliant. We are just gonna lower to the ground because there's a person and a dog, but I'm gonna be filming the sheep. And then we have sheep in the field. Yes, I am filming you. Over there. There's only one. As you can see, there's sheep in the field, which is quite cool. One's barring at me. Sorry for the cut, guys. We had an interaction with another walker who had a lovely dog. Yeah. So we're doing the... Where was I before this? Yeah. Oh, the sheep were cute, but you know, it's that time of like season, and we are in March currently filming this, where everything's still dead but it's sunny, and also the weather doesn't know what to do because I haven't been filming all my life, but recently it's been raining, windy, sunny, and I swear England cannot make up its mind on the weather and what it wants to do. We have a stile coming up. God, I can't get up. And yeah, and we're going to rotate slowly. Try not to fall. There is a little bridge crossing, which is fine. It's a little bit of a stream, but it's fine. Got our next field in here. I don't usually see sheep in this field anymore. There used to be, but I think because of this massive gap of water, so this whole area, that's the stream down there, but yeah, we'll cross it. I think, ooh, I'm using a log for my stability, so sorry for the shaky camera angles. No, not gonna work. I can't. Adventures of walking. The path ain't always straight. Yeah, it's a nice day. I'm gonna sneeze. That's why I don't like summer. I'm more of a winter person. I'm a winter boy because it's just more. I like winter more because I can deal with the cold. And you can just layer it up more. You can just snuggle in front of an open fire and it's just amazing. You know, whereas summer's just like hot and you're just uncomfortable and itchy and it's, yeah. And also hay fever and also everyone's out. Whereas in winter, like hardly anyone's gonna go out. This is the perfect time. I am quite looking forward to this walk because it's a nice day. The last time I went on a walk, it was grey and cloudy. It was. Hey ho. I can't wait for this will look so much more prettier when the trees have finally started to grow their leaves in. There's like a massive gaping hole to the left of me. A massive gaping hole. And it's kind of like a river. It's like a dirt bridge. But yeah, massive gaping hole for some reason. I don't know. I'm just the person who walks every now and then. I try and do it every day, but some days I'm busy. And some days motivation can be really hard, especially to like go out for a walk. It can be like really, it can be really hard to get your motivation going just to go out for a walk. I know it is for me. I love the birds making noises, but at the same time it's quite annoying. But you know it's reaching summer when you wake up in the morning and the birds are all like screeching outside. That's when you know you've hit summer. I'm getting my timetables confused. God, it's a bit muddy today. We've had rain recently, so everything is soft. And there's tracks going to another field, which hasn't made it any easier on this path. Yes, we can hear you. It's lovely blue skies today though. Lovely blue skies. It's just trying not to slip over in the mud. It's going to make my boots muddy again. I didn't wake up quite as early as I wanted to, but I think this is the perfect time though, because it's summery. And I hardly come across anyone on walks this early in the morning, so we shouldn't be disturbed. Some people do, some people don't. There may be more as we get into the summery months, but we're approaching a style now. It's always such a weird name. I always want to know why they are called that, because it's odd. They're more like, I don't know, things you have to hop over. I don't really understand. So I'm just trying to shake off my boot. I've got a leaf stuck to it and a bunch of mud. Okay, sorry. Sorry for that. Style leading into like the mini woods. And over. There's a plane. We always get planes out, don't we? I hear voices. Oh no. It's a lovely day for walking. What the? Sorry. There's a plane going overhead. Well. That's cool. Now we're on to this. This used to not be boarded, and it used to be so hard to get over this whole entire section because used to always be muddy and quagmiry, and people used to just throw sticks down and anything to help people cross. But now that they finally added in the boardwalk, it makes it 10 times so much like easier to not have to traverse over the path. Now you can just take a leisurely I don't like certain words. You know what I'm trying to say, hopefully. We've got another stile. And some of these stiles you can lift in terms of the style, but I like to just hop over them because who's got time for lifting things? Not me. And voila, we are in what I called the cow field, because there are usually cows in this field. I haven't seen them for a while, but they'll probably be here somewhen, unless they don't anymore. But that's why I call it the cow field, because if they're not here, they're usually in a barn near this field, and you can usually see them, but I'm not gonna. Yeah. This footpath that I'm on, this field leads to two ways. So one goes right down to the right and one goes up to the left. So we're going to take the left path. There's a cow that's looking at me in the barn. I can't say barn properly without having to like enunciate it, if that's... What was that? You know what, when going on walks you just hear strange noises and you're like, what? And also trains, because this noise shows trains. Hi. Oh, there's a cow looking at me. Oh, there are other people on the walk. Okay. But I'm going to stop for a water break up there because it's good to hydrate, especially as it's this warm out today. I swear, people who live in England aren't ready for the heat. I'm not. I never am. It surprises us every single year how hot it can get. That's why I don't go anywhere warm. I can't deal with the heat. There's a tractor. That's quite cool. I'm afraid of tractors, actually. Fun fact, I live in a village and I'm afraid of tractors. I know. It's odd. I just don't like them. They're loud, they're scary, and I may have a fear of big things. I don't know. But I once jumped into a bush because I was trying to get away from a tractor. That was just trying to get through. Yeah. Embarrassing story times. It's funny though, because my friend was with me, so we were laughing as usual. That's a train. But yeah, it's always good to bring some water with you on walks, because even though you might be taking it slow or might be going for a brisk walk, remember to hydrate. Because, yeah, it's important. I wish I didn't wear so many layers. I am hot. Oh no. But, yeah, we're coming up to a gate now. And I'm going to give you some real important advice, whether you know it or not. I do not care. I'm going to give you this advice anyway. With gates, of any style of gate, if it is chained and you undo it to get through, close and put it back on. Hello? Because that means that whether there is livestock or not in the field, close it. Please. As a sign, please close it. But I'm going to stop now on my water break, so cue the cut. Okay, we're back at it, and there's a building, a couple more fields, a tree. That building always looks creepy to me. I don't know what it is, but it always does, and I don't know why. When I just to let you know, when I do approach houses / buildings, I will tilt it at the ground just to respect people's privacy, and also I don't know who these houses belong to, so like I do not have their permission to record their house, so we are going to look at the ground. So we are coming up to one, so I'm just going to slowly, you can have my Wellington boots if you want. I have very dirty, flowery boots on. If anyone's interested in my boots habit. But yeah. And we are just going to look at the ground because there's 2 houses here, but there are 2 main ways to go. There's that one, which we'll get to in another one if I do it, and another one which is where we're going to go down. So we're just going to walk on the road and then we'll get to the grass edge. I should have looked for vehicles, but I didn't. Now we're on here. It's quite nice. Sorry if anyone's going to get like slightly disorientated looking at the ground. Yeah. And another style of gate is what we call, well, I know my family calls it that, but I don't know about anyone else. It's called a kissing gate. Bit of a weird title, but a kissing gate is essentially what we're coming up to now, and the reason why we call it that is because you have to scoot yourself in that little gap here, undo the fence and the latch, then like that, and you don't let anyone else in. And sometimes if you've got like a group, yeah, you can only go one at a time, but unless you're willing to do 2. But there we go. There's like the downs there, and hopefully we should see the V in a minute. Every time I walk across these fields I get reminded of my story, because my story is based in World War II, kind of mainly in like bunkers, but also in kind of like the trenches as well. And because of that, every time I walk across like any kind of like really muddy field, I get reminded of that. It would have been 10 times worse in World War II, but I still get reminded. And sometimes walking across fields like this could like give me inspiration. I could be like, yes, I know how to describe a field. Yeah, it just gives me ideas really, especially with the planes that go over. But yeah, gotta stick to the track. I mean, yesterday when I did this walk, it was actually a much nicer day. I try and go on daily walks because it's good for your health and everything. I don't know whether any of you can see, but there's a V. If anyone knows about that V, then well done, you know it. But for those who don't know, it's either Victoria or Victory. I think it's Victoria, or is it Victory? I was supposed to look it up yesterday because I haven't reminded myself in so long about what it is, but yeah. I want to say Victoria for some reason, but that's because I've just... Anyway, there was a gate here, because there's a stile there, but apparently they've just gotten rid of the gate. It's odd how every time I come round, you know, some days can be just different than others because some things can just change in an amount of days, but that's what's like the fun about walking. Even if you take the same path, it's not always going to be the same because of the seasons changing. You never know what's going to happen on the path, and you also don't know what like people you're going to meet. Luckily I go too early for people that do not walk their dogs on public footpaths, but yeah. Yeah, I hope the sun does poke itself out today because it's cold. I'm having to hold this camera. Yeah. Yeah, it's like if you do write stories or you just need inspiration, go on a walk, because depending on what walk you pick, you can get really inspirating. I can't even. What? You can get real inspiration from just buildings, trees, how the landscape is, how rivers work. You can get like a real sense of an idea especially if you're writing about, you know, like countryside kind of themes, or even if you're just writing completely different things, you can still get an idea of how nature works, especially if you're writing a fantasy novel or a novel that has to have like some kind of nature in it, but you can see how it works in real life by using your eyes. Am I going the right way? We've walked quite a good distance. Yes, I am going the right way. Really big mud, and that's why we just sided. Another one that you can lift, but we're gonna be a rebel and hop over. This one's a slightly bit more taller. So excuse the shaky camera angles. Now onto the really muddy part, which I hate this part. It's just pure carnage. So we're going to traverse this direction. Just gonna hit. I mean, it doesn't hurt to just. It's hard to film, but like the leaves will pop back up if you do tread on them, and you see. And if you do, just tread on them and watch the brambles. Yeah, watch the brambles when you're walking. I always have that much trouble. If anyone's been like stung by a bramble, you know what I mean. I mean, when in summer, I'm not looking forward to walking in summer, but we'll do it anyway. It will be hard because of my hay fever and everything, so we'll get to experience that. Yeah. I mean, I have been writing a lot more, which is good, because I lost motivation for like a while, but I've got back into it. There are horse prints, but I have got back into it luckily, so it's fine to take a break. Why is this really muddy? Traverse carefully. Just be careful of your ankles, guys, because this is a road. I'm just going to look both ways. Even if it's a dirt road, it's still, oh god, it's like a massive gate, but I don't think I can hop over that without actually hurting myself, so I'm just gonna. And there's gates like this, massive gates. Ow, that hurt. Pushing the gate in. But yeah. This is a really long like strip of field. I call it a strip of field because I don't count it as a field, but it is. But it leads to two ways again. I mean, multiple walks lead to different ways, which is obvious because public footpaths. Yeah. I hear a train because we're up by the train station. Whether you see that train moving, I told you so. But we're going on the short walk today because for my first video, ease into it. I mean, I have been walking this path for however long, but still nice to show you guys. I'm hungry. I didn't have, like, does anyone get hungry whilst walking? I mean, it's probably just because you're burning off like calories and stuff and whatnot, and however the system works. I don't know how a lot of this system works, and I'm scared it's going to make me look dumb, but here we are. There's also another, like, where like a massive puddle is, and I don't know how deep it is. Like, look at that, that's actual water. We're gonna go around. When in doubt, go around and over. Need to make sure I know where I'm going, because although I'm used to this walk, I need to know because I'm holding a camera Oh, that washed off my boot. That's nice. There's a horse has been through here. I'm gonna go left. You see, these signs can usually guide you to wherever you're going, but it's useful to just have a map sometimes. Yes, I am going the right way. Right. What happened to that fence? I like to. Ooh, I can't. Yeah, no, can't walk upwards. I like to imagine what happens sometimes going on walks where the things are like damaged or the pathway is a bit skewed, and I like to wonder what's just happened. The amount of like weird scenarios I could come up with. There's a house to the left of me, so I'm just gonna let you guys enjoy the view. If a train comes by, it comes by. Yeah. Ooh. But so I'm just thinking. Or sometimes I just don't think when I'm walking. I just walk and let my body go on autopilot, which is actually quite nice sometimes to get away from like thinking. And that is a very funky tree. I love winter's one of my favourite seasons because I don't mind the cold, and also because when the trees lose their leaves, you can kind of see like how weirdly shaped they are underneath, and it is amazing. Like, also go on a walk if you're an artist, because it will give you some like inspiration. Even if you're not like a nature or landscape artist, do it. It's like, that is funky. You know, like the nervous system. I don't know whether any of you know about that, but it kind of looks like that. I guess trees are like, there is a person. Okay. Are they going forwards or are they coming my way? No, they're not. And then again, these pathways are nice because, as you can see, it's like a quagmire. Otherwise, we're just gonna go up and over. And we're at another field. It's like, I think they used to be cattle, like not cattle, but cows. Again, another cow field, because that round thing I know they use the cows. And there's a barn, so I'm guessing it used to be like, is a cow field or was? Oh, hang on. Where are you? There's another plane. Enjoy the plane noises. I feel like I'm at an airport half the time. I go sit, because sometimes I like to sit up the park and like write stories or just doodle or just listen to music and just let the world fall behind me. Sometimes you hear so many planes that you're like, and you think you're in an airport all of a sudden. And also because the park is right by a railway station, and because I don't like loud noises because I am autistic, so I like to cover my ears every time a train comes past when I don't have my headphones on at the park, especially the loud ones that are going like really, really fast. Those I hate. I do not like the sound of trains because they are loud and quite scary, actually. To me, at least. That's why I always like just close my ears off just cover my ears whenever there's a train going past near me, like at the park, for example. We are slipping today. I once did this walk in snow. Not a lot of snow because we live in England. It's more rain than snow usually, but unless you live up in like the Scotland, Wales area, we don't get a lot. So it was not a lot of snow, but I was walking and it was very hard because the next day it iced over and it was like a slip and slide. I am an ice skater, not professionally, so I'm just gonna knock off my boots. I hear noises. Should I be concerned? sounds like a tractor. I hate tractors. But yes, I am an ice skater, not professionally or anything. I just do it as like a hobby whenever I can. Oh my god, there's like a JCB. Is that going to come in this field? Because I'm sure to God, if it is, I'm going to like run. Oh no, it isn't. There's a field. Wow. I don't want to wave, but I do. I don't think he spotted me. Wow. You're getting all sorts today. Oh, there's a dog walker. Okay. But yeah, not professionally or anything, just as a hobby. I've probably said that about like 3 times now, but it's cool. It's cool. And I have my. We do have hockey skates, yes, that's the word, which I use to skate with, obviously. But I just like to go fast and like to go around. I just do it as a hobby, as a fun thing. So whenever it's icy here in England, I can manage because I just use skills. And I know it's quite different from being on blades to feet. Still, it's quite fun. Another thing you have to be careful is what the weather does during the seasons, because going on a walk can lead to the like weirdest terrain, and that's why it reminds me and sometimes inspires me just to get writing, essentially. You know, I think we're reaching the end of the walk. You know, I know I've talked about like kind of not like the same things, but yeah. I just talk to whatever comes to mind, and half those things are like what's happening on the walk. I like to describe things, but also just about random like hobbies and my stories. And there's a stick. Okay, there's a dog walk again. Wow. Oh yeah, there's these types of styles where you go like up. I'm doing it one-handed. It's not fun. Up, and then there's like a path to go down, but I'm off the ground. I am being attacked by a tree. Hang on, I'm attached. This is what happens when you're 5'6". You get attacked by trees. That was a perfectly good coat as well. Just got attacked by a tree. That's what happens. Duck and dodge. But we are ending the walk because I don't want to get too close to the houses. Well, obviously I'll just film the road, but it's been good this walk. I hear a vehicle. No, I don't. It's that far away. There's a tractor that's coming along here, but no. Okay, that's the road that I'm about to approach to. Okay. But it's been nice today, and I'm thankful it hasn't rained. And I hope you guys have enjoyed this walk today. It's like a woodsy area over there. And I know I've tried talking about different things. It's just whatever comes to mind and whatever I'm feeling like during the day. We're coming out to houses, so I'm just going to point this at the ground, and there's a person. But yeah, it's been good, and I hope you enjoy your guys' day too. You know, it may be hard to be motivated, I know it is, but just get up, go for a walk. It will do you good, both physically and mentally. But I hope you have a good day, guys, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.